Sarah, I'm not going to burn you. I'm not going to burn you. Welcome, Stephen Johnson Stocks. I am having my worst month of all time. And it's okay because we all learn together, we all grow together, and I know it's part of the journey. Let me explain why. But I just want to wrap up a few things. If you have 2 horses in your back garden and caviar in the kitchen, go away. I don't want to know you. If you're all about hating on the channel, go away. I don't want to know you. This channel is for people with empty wallets and big dreams. So if that's you, hit subscribe. We can be best friends. Let's go for a Toblerone. Let's split a Toblerone and have a cup of tea with it. I mean, if you're a girl, we can even hold hands. Question, if you got fired tomorrow, how long would you survive until you totally went broke? Or who was the first person that you'd call when you finally made it and you were successful? How much have you sacrificed to get where you are? And I think these questions are very important because it puts the journey into perspective so you don't feel like you're going to quit after one loss. I mean, personally, this is what's worked for me. And also having a good support network. I trade with Timothy Sykes. He's been a very good mentor. He's been with us when I post a video or a blog post, he replies in 5 minutes. He's an awesome mentor and I've learned a huge amount. And this thing can take like a year to achieve. So you need a good support network. Click the affiliate link below if you want to trade with Tim. I just want to shout out some people, but also Twitter, I'm Jong87. Instagram, I'm StephenJong87. I'm posting a lot on Instagram now, so please everyone jump over there to see us as well. Snapchat, I live trade, Jong87 on Profitly, all that stuff. But I just want to give a quick shout out to Rajnish. We will not fail. The dude's a legend. He's been on the channel a long time. Props to him. Dove, we will not fail. We will not fail, Dove. We will not fail. Props to you. Thanks for watching the videos all the time. All of our ladies I see on the channel all the week, all the time. Thanks a lot. It is about persistence, being persistently consistent. And thank, a lot of these guys are like, oh my God, I've been watching your videos since the beginning, or I've just binge watched them all. I love hearing this stuff, so keep it up. These are the people I like to name. The people, and by the way, I also use stocks to trade for me trading software because you guys constantly ask us this. And I just want to, and Champ, burn her. Sarah, I'm not going to burn you, don't worry. The one that I don't like is the age of outrage. And he's like, it's almost like it's their business model, making money, and it's not like they don't want to make money trading. I mean, the age of outrage. 1, your profile picture's outrageous. Why isn't it real? Why isn't it transparent? Why aren't you showing your real face? 2, your Twitter handle's outrageous. 3, your name's outrageous, and that comment's outrageous. I mean, like, seriously? Seriously? Like, think about what you're saying, dude. You think that I want to make $2 a fucking month off YouTube. Seriously? You think that I am losing $500 a month, $600 a month learning to trade so I can send an affiliate and make $30? Seriously? 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 And then you just need to look into the guy's Twitter profile to see what are you retweeting. Let's have a quick look. What are you talking about? Oh, you're retweeting P.S. Morgan. Yeah, he's a good guy to follow. He's not a dick. Let's have another look. Oh, wow, you're retweeting a lot of Donald Trump. What are you retweeting? Oh, the unaffordable care hack will soon be history. Let's not give healthcare to poor people. Yeah, good retweet. Trading is a lonely road of faith. It is a lonely road of faith. Much like religion is a lonely road of faith. But unlike religion, we will see Nirvana in this lifetime. Kaboom! Kaboom! Trades! 60 seconds. I want to get my winning percentage up into the 30s, 40s. So I will be taking much more conservative trades. And I pretty much hit me max losses of $500 or a 10% of my account balance. So the losses look like more, but it's just that I'm trading with a higher account. I should be trading with a lower account, I know. But it's the losses have come because December, January, I came into a new wave of learning where I saw the kind of the big picture on the charts and I realized a lot of significant things that changed the way I traded. And whenever you get into this new wave of territory, of this new wave of learning, and losses inevitably follow afterwards because I'm kind of adjusting and tweaking things into this new style of trading. So I'm really not too concerned about the losses. But I will be trading conservatively in January just to kind of start again in February based on what I've learned, adding to the new strategy that I'm taking. and not too displeased. I mean, predicting ETRM, predicting VBio, predicting ETRM on the way back down, predicting MYOS. I'm very, very. My read on the market is significantly better, and so I mean the losses really don't bother us right now because I mean as Tim always says, it's building on your knowledge account. And you might have noticed, guys, I have not teleported you into the future when you go onto the next screen. It's just previously I was using all that trading software. I'm now using stocks to trade. It looks much more futuristic because it is more futuristic. Um, I really like it, but and because you can get a kind of a day-to-day read on charts even from a year ago, where with equity feed I couldn't do this. So this it's much better for learning. It's much better for going back in history and time, and just really seeing where you went wrong. Because one of the key ways of learning is to analyze previous trades, and that's what I like most about it, I think, and obviously the modern interface. But let's go trades.
Woo! Honestly, you could write a book about this one. Not this one. Woo! URE. This had me pretty scared, and it's uranium's hot at the minute, and it's a supernova, and I was buying it right here at 226. When it was kind of breaking 6 months highs. I mean, granted, its 1 year chart is pretty bad, but it's breaking 6 months highs. And I mean, if you go to the 2 day chart, it was a bit scary. I mean, it was uptrending all day. It was kind of holding its highs. It had this big. I was buying it kind of as it was uptrending. It was slowly uptrending. I was buying it pretty much 320. Watched it break out at 335, which was its former resistance, the kind of the 338 level, topped out there, and I watched it come down, and it was pretty scary. But because I had a reasonably good entry at 226, I held in, and then I watched it kind of. What scared me was I watched it go up to the 245s, break the 238 level, and then come down, and that's what scared us. So I actually took a small profit because I've been on a bit of a losing streak at the moment. But had I stuck to my plan, it was all green right up to the 320s. It would have been about a $300 profit, and I should have stuck to my guns because, I mean, the downtrend in pre-market on low volume scared me a bit, but it was low volume. But the point is, I mean, when this is opening at the breakout level at 238, it can literally just run. And 238 was its kind of resistance, kind of from when it kind of. And also, what put me off is this stock does not normally open very well. If you look at the 15-day chart, it's like it had a green day and then it spiked and failed, and then here it had a green day but it had a red day after. So I didn't really expect 2 green days. So I played it safe. Happy to play it safe. If I'd have been at my desk, I wouldn't have done this. I would have been in the trade, but I was trading from my phone. I didn't have the correct. I wasn't on stocks to trade. Stocks to trade, by the way, helped me find this winner. The scans that I've got set up are absolutely brilliant right now for finding stocks. I'm very in control. I'm trading better than ever, and you can see it. It's all coming together. But yeah, it's good software. It's good teaching. Thanks to Sykes, and it's everything. And I'm getting there, and I fucking love it. Yeah, the trade that kind of sent me into depression, and it made me go on this crazy 48 study binge, and it made me have a solid rule to say I will never drink while trading. At least until I'm more consistently profitable. I think it's cool to have a glass of wine, but when one turns into two and two turns into three, you don't know when to stop. But MYOS was the trade, probably quite possibly the biggest loss I've ever had. Spined it on this big green day. And sorry, let's just go back to 5 days. It's took me a few days to get back and look at this trade again because it made us really. God, I just can't describe. I was gutted. More the shame. The thing is though, the float's only 400,000, 430,000, and the volume on the day was about 20 million or something. So it was like it rotated its float so many times, and I saw that on the day it was up about 200%. I don't normally take these kind of gambles with stocks this volatile, but it was up, and then it was consolidating and it was holding its gains, and it was trying to test this kind of this high of 4, and I thought, oh, if it breaks 4, it's a whole dollar number, and it's had a lot of time to kind of consolidate for a few hours. So I don't think it's a bad buy. It's just so volatile, and I honestly thought as I was buying it as it pushed through here on the 4, because I thought it was going to break out here, and I thought, you know what it is? It's so volatile, and I was like, I'm taking a risk, kind of gambling, but I'll give it down to the 350s because it can move so fast in this channel. And the risk reward will be worth it because it could go to 6 or 7. So I'm risking 50 cents to make like $3. And just sod's luck. Shouldn't gamble in the first place. But I think it was a bit of bad luck as well. It slammed all these breakout buyers out on this candle. Dipped to the 343. So literally my stop loss got took out by 6 cents before it recovered. And went on to, let's just get back on the cursor. And went on to break out and run to the 5s. And then go on to run into the close into the 750s. So it was literally, I mean, sometimes when I look back on it, it's not that bad a trade. It's just a bit of a gambling trade. And I knew what was going to happen. I predicted ETRM, I predicted MYOS, and I predicted, what was the other trade that I nailed? You would have seen it just a couple of trades before. Tickers just slipped me mind, but it's just timing. Just timing, a little bit out on all of them, but it's getting there, and that's the main thing. Yeah, as you trade stocks, you learn more and 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 more. And ETRM is one of those stocks. I'm just going to show you the 2-month pattern. It's kind of a penny stocking framework number 5, where it's gone supernova. The 1, the 2, the 3, the ramp, the 4's the floor, the 5's the ramp. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out Penny Stocking Framework DVD by Tim Sykes. This pattern is proven to work. I've made money from it. It was due a bounce here, and if you think I'm lying, I'm not. I actually made money last month off the bio. Same kind of pattern. The 3 it ran, the 4 it went up. The 3 it went supernova. The 4 was the flow, and then the 5 was the bounce. The difference was it had support kind of in the 213 area, and it was a lower price stock, and it wasn't as choppy. But with ETRM, it's a lot more choppy, it's a lot more higher price, it's a lot more difficult to predict, I found. And I mean, I think the bounce could still come. I was tweeting earlier saying the bounce will be today or it will be on Monday. But the mistake that I made was I kind of fell in love with the play, and I think it's still got to fall down to its support level. And I was like, oh, it's going to bounce, it's going to bounce. I've been on a bad run anyway. But when it broke this pre-market high at 1580, I was like, oh, this is it, this is it, this is it. And it kind of washed out in the morning, which is fine. And then when it broke the pre-market high, I thought, right, that's it, it's time to get in at 16. I bought in at 16. I literally bought the dead top. I mean, a couple of people bought 1606. I mean, I was 1604. Like, I literally bought the dead top. And it's sad because I should have waited to see if the stock was going to prove itself a little bit more, and that was the mistake. Because the bounce didn't necessarily need to happen today. It could be on Monday. It might not happen at all, but probability-wise, it should happen on Monday or today. But it failed to bounce, and I should have waited a little bit longer, and that's the mistake. And I'm still learning trading. Every time you hit a new wave of learning, you go through a new wave of mistakes, and unfortunately, that's led to a bit of a crappy month. But in reality, this is just life. I mean, c'est la vie. I remember when I first started in university and I wrote my first journalistic piece. The teacher told us that I should consider leaving university because my writing was so terrible that I would never make it as a journalist. And then fast forward 3 years, I was writing for newspapers. Fast forward a few more years, I was working in advertising professionally for a good salary. And the reality is, it takes time to get good at stuff. It takes time to realize lessons. And for me, this is not a problem because I know I've been here before with other things. I know that it takes time to get better at things. And as long as you learn by the mistakes, it's fine. I mean, like I say, I think this is not that challenging for me. The most challenging time in my life was when I was 21 and thinking I was going to be a fucking labourer. putting bricks on a wall thinking, is this my life? Is this what I'm going to amount to?
We will not fail! We will not fail! We will not fail!